TV. I am not black.
You know, I've been living here a minute. There's probably 8 or 10 cows clustered. I thought it was weird the other day, but like, I mean, it's not even hot here yet. It's not even hot. Look at them all. And the babies are under the back tree. Look at them. That's some weird as fuck behavior.
So let me add on to this, my people, just so that you know, if you wasn't paying attention and you didn't see it, the cows are together under a tree, hiding from the sun, and the baby calves are there as well. A cow is not a natural animal. That's not a natural animal. Just so that you know, it's a genetic splice. It comes from the bovine cattle family. Just so that you know. Now, anything that's unnatural on the planet, and I want you to understand this, any complex cell organism on the planet is going to avoid the sun going forward. Whenever there's a clear sky, whenever there are barely no clouds covering the sun, you can reassure that you will see this type of activity right here. This year, it will be a tremendous increase. And I want y'all to hear this, a tremendous increase in umbrellas, sunglasses wear, eyewear, clothing. You are going to notice this year going forward. And the only way that you are going to be distracted by this is that you are of the world. The only way that you are still distracted by this is because you want this world. You seek success in this world. And it's only selfish success. That's all it is. Now let me show you why these cows is sitting in the shade. They don't want to go nowhere near the sun. And I can bet this is happening. Let me explain them. This is happening with dogs. What I tell you, every complex cell organism is going to avoid the sun going forward. Here we go. Current time, goes X-ray flux. Strong M-class flares. Strong M-class flares and strong C flares. Strong C flares and strong M-class flares. It's not letting up, Paul. Okay, here we go right here, my people. This is why the complex cell organism is avoiding the sun. Avoiding the sun. So again, let me just make this very clear as we are all looking at this graph right here. This is all highly charged particles that is changing every living organism on the planet on a microcosm level. This is sizzling, people. This is bacon bits, fried pork chops, deader than 2 fried pieces of chicken. Are you serious? There is nothing else to discuss on this planet other than chemistry. What's wrong with you? Physics. What's wrong with you? The sun and the ultraviolet light bonding with neuromelanin as well as the atoms is changing your phenotype on the planet. This is outright dangerous. This is build a bunker. This is get the fuck underground. God damn. Are you kidding me? Let me see something here. Let's go over to black. Are you kidding me, my people? Stop it. Look at this. Look at this double energy. Look at that. Pounding your magnetic field dome. Look at that energy. Look at all of this energy. Look at this. Look at this too. People, look at that. Hold on. Let me change the color on this here. Let's go with something that, stands out. Look at this energy. That's right above your head. And if you got this right above your head, look at this. This is right behind it. And this is right behind that. And then this is right behind that. And then this is the culprit along with this over here. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness, my people. What an amazing time to be alive. The sun is separating us. You must have the blood of the sun and awareness of the cosmos in order to move forward in what we call the Great Awakening, the age of Aquarius, the age of light, where the truth is more disturbing than the lie. Where the truth is more disturbing than the lie. Shout out to my pseudoscience people. I see you coming out. I see you want to talk about the solar storms. They call it cannibal. They call it a cannibal solar storm. Why they call it cannibal, Kala? Tell them why they call it cannibal, huh? When the power go out and the grid go down and it can't come back up, what you think gonna happen? Why they call it cannibal, Kala? Cannibalism, Somebody gonna eat somebody on this planet. Why they call it that? I see y'all coming. I know y'all coming. Guess what? Mother Universe and Father, Son, Big Brother, Son, we're gonna welcome you with open arms. You called us crazy. You called us off our rocker because you wanted to get on your knees and worship because you didn't trust and believe and know thyself. So therefore you wanted to worship and put me in a worship situation. No. According to where I was at, according to what Mother Universe has shown me, Father, Son, Big Brother, Grandpa, according to what they have shown me, I've been on point. There are 8 billion people on the surface of this planet. 5.5 billion don't belong here. You squandered your privilege. You squandered your opportunity. Being on this planet for you was like me having a driver's license. It was a privilege for me to have a driver's license in your world. Guess what? It's a privilege for you to be on my planet. See? It's a privilege, and you squandered that with your lies, your manipulation, your deceit. You squandered that. So now we look at this right here, solar wind. It's staying consistently in almost in the 6 ranges. The arrows represent the solar wind coming from the sun that's over here. The sun is over there, sending solar wind. Sending the solar wind. The solar wind. These arrows represent the cosmic energy coming off the sun. Should hit the dome, hit Earth, and go out in the cosmos. But look at these arrows right here. Look at these arrows right here. Reversed. Look at these arrows right here. Reverse. Look at these arrows right here. Turning around. Reverse. Look at these arrows right here. They're turning too. Reverse. Turning, Look at these arrows going back into the planet. Going back into the planet, Heavily charged particles, Heavily charged particles. I'm off my rocker. Don't worry about it. Wait till you wait. The frequency done picked up, so everything is vibrating faster. Wait till that deletion syndrome start to really kick in and it start to show it, and they can no longer hide that deletion syndrome chromosome when your chromosomes are being deleted because they not forming correctly. The cells are not forming correctly. So the chromosome become abnormal, which means it's non-functional, which means it's going to have a residual effect on the organism, behavior, look, appearance. Uh-huh. 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 I ain't got time to play no games. Pause. Here you go right here. This is monitoring the planetary K index, KP index, the level of UV light that's on the planet. So from the 12th to the 14th, look at this red. Look at this red. Look at the orange. Look at the yellow. Look at the upper green. We will no longer go down again, my brothers and sisters. This is going forward. Look, Earth aviation absorption. Look at this. It's continuously. It's nothing that they can do about this, my people. Nothing at all. When these two planets cross each other, you can look for a increase in everything. When these two planets cross one another, when they cross one another, my people, you can go ahead and rest assured that this is going to be a total increase in everything that you have already seen, and be prepared. I'm not wishing this. I'm not making this up, but I want to say something. Donald Trump is in New York, and there was a scene. If I'm not saying it was The Simpsons or it was something else, but there was a scene that there was an attempt on Donald Trump's life, and maybe he even got something happen to him. All I'm saying is that is one of the ways to get this party started here in what we call the United States of America. Because once these two planets right here cross each other, my people, once these two planets cross each other, because that's what they're doing. These planets right now are setting up position to cross each other. And once they cross each other, everything is going to increase even more on the planet. And again, like I said, Donald Trump is one way to get this party started right. That's all I'm telling you. And believe me, even though he's in court, even though they dragging him through the mud with bull hockey, he's still leading in all the most important states regarding winning this election for president. Understand and overstand what's happening, my people. I believe that this is the year of the false flags, 2024, the race against the sun. That's gonna lead to other things that a lot of us are not prepared for mentally. We think we prepared physically, but you got to be prepared mentally. Because if you can't handle it in your mind, you can't handle it physically. Abundance and gratitude to you all. Go, my people. Start with this here. May 13th, 2024 on the Gregorian calendar, Magneto's pause. This is monitoring the Magneto's pause, the dome that supposedly protects us from harmful solar radiation, harmful UV light. This is the dome right here. And just look at that right there, my people. So let's just get this right. If this is the dome, this is Earth in the middle. Excuse me, my apologies. I just want to make something real clear real quick. I want to point something out that's very obvious that I have been pointing out for quite some time that it seems that people want to ignore. If this is the dome from one point to the other, Earth is in the middle. The white side is the daytime side, which means the sun is over here. And this is the dark time side. This is the nighttime side, right? So I have a question for my people here, right? The dome is supposed to protect you from harmful solar radiation, right? And if you look at this energy right here, this is all solar radiation. This is all solar radiation that's pounding against the dome because the sun is over here. The sun is over there. Now, I have a question. What is all this? What is all that? And then what is all this right here? What is all that? Huh? Just answer the question here for me. This right here, see the colors right here? That's solar radiation that's pounding against the magnetospalls, the dome. But this right here is the same as that, as well as this right here. And this right here, my people, so let's just go with the levels of Earth atmosphere. So out here will be considered your exosphere. This will be considered space. This will be considered your space, your exosphere. And here will be considered your thermosphere. That will be considered your thermosphere. Here will be considered your mesosphere. Here will be considered your stratosphere. I guess here will be considered your troposphere. Because let's just say this right here is your troposphere. And this right here is your stratosphere. And then this right here is the mesosphere. This right here is your thermosphere. And then further out here will be your exosphere. Let's just say it's like that. Either way you look at this, my people, this is overwhelming radiation right here. Overwhelming radiation. No matter how you want to look at the levels going from Earth to space or space to Earth, this here is life and death all in the same breath. Right here. Truth versus lies. Light versus darkness. This is it right here. This is Christmas. This is Halloween. Thanksgiving, birthdays, calendars, clocks, careers, jobs, education, prophets, high priests. This is what this is right here. This is the debunker right here. This is the debunker right here. Genetics, and the number one thing that this exposes, DNA. Let me do it again. DNA. That's the number one thing. DNA. If your DNA does not match the cosmos, if you are not the sun in the cosmos walking in the flesh, you will have a problem on the planet. The body represents the soul. The soul produce a body that it can inhabit that's suitable to not only this planet, but the entirety of the solar system. That's why our bodies are black, get jet black, because we actually absorb every frequency within that wavelength. Every frequency within that, from zero, from the lowest of the wavelength to the strongest, 9, 10. We can manipulate and change the energy because we are that energy. This is what we do. Paul, let's go over here. Let's see solar wind. Let's look at some solar wind today, my people. So as we look right here on the back side of the planet, right here, there's energy in here. This is solar wind. Speed of it, May 13, 2024. Earth is in the middle. The white side is the daytime side, which means the sun is over here. This is the nighttime side right here. So these arrows represents the solar wind. This right here tells the speed, kilometers per second. Then you just calculate into how many miles per hour. You go over here, you see these arrows. These arrows flow because the sun is over here. which is sending cosmic energy. These arrows represents that cosmic particles that are coming to the planet. Some of them should hit the planet, hit the dome, hit the planet, and travel out into space. However, which is not a problem. I agree with that. However, here is the issue. When you look at this row, you look at this row. Do you see how their arrows, cosmic rays, are turning back in? And then not to mention, let me show you something here. Just looking back here. You see, it's like a swirl. Wherever it is, it has to be sitting in this part of the solar system. Look at these arrows up here turning. You see these arrows? And then look at these arrows moving around it. These arrows are flowing around it, and these arrows are turning around. These arrows up here are turning around, and these are flowing around. So whatever it is sitting, whatever's here. Look, just look at that. It's sitting here. See, this thing, whatever it is, at nighttime, it constantly moves. It constantly moves. And you can tell the way it moves by the way that the cosmic wind is flowing. Look, this is whatever is there. Look, this is going around it. This is going around it because this is coming from the sun. This is coming from the sun over here. So these particles and these are coming around. They're coming around and flowing out into space. And then there is something, that's, look at this arrow right here. See that? That arrow never even turned this way. That arrow never even turned that way. It's not even going this way. So whatever it is, it's as strong. It's how this is so strong that this is sending this energy this way, and it's actually having other energy particles flowing around it as it's sending particles back into the planet. Pause. Here we go. Goes X-ray flux again, my people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 M flares and 1 flare. Yeah. Just when you thought right here you was gonna get a little breather room. Just when you thought it was gonna get a little breather room right there, like it was gonna dip. Just when you thought it was gonna dip. You see that, my people? Just when they thought it was gonna dip. And look at it. Pop right back up to a strong M flare. And then another M flare. See? Right back up to another M flare. This is paralyzing, my people. This is seriously paralyzing, just so that you know. Paul. Here we go, Enlil prediction, my people. Here we go. I went through this with you before. Both of these graphs. I went through this with you before. Here we go. Both of these right here has the sun and the earth. This one on the side over here always have the sun, the earth, and 2 satellites. Same here. Sun, earth, and 2 satellites. Over here is just the sun and the earth right here. And look at the date right here. Look, 5/12, right? I want you to look at, when I zoom in here, I want you to look at the energy, the other flare that just came off the sun. There we go. Look, there it is. Look at that. Look at that flare. Look at that energy. Look at that energy coming to the planet. Look at that energy there. Look at that energy coming off. 13th, another one blasting. Another one blasted. Like I told you, Earth is in the middle. This is a satellite. This is a satellite. This is the sun. Look how it's spinning counterclockwise. Look at that blast. Look at that coronal mass ejection. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Yes. What a time to be alive, Paul. Here we go, my people. Here's the ionosphere field that monitors the proton flux. This is charged particles. Again, When it hits Earth, the blast hit Earth. Earth picks it up. She feels it, and it absorbs it. And this is sent to these instruments that are monitoring. So you look down here. What's that date right there? 5/13 right there, 2024 Gregorian calendar. And that X flare or that strong M flare was hit right over Africa. You go right here, and immediately all over Africa, coming off the west coast of Africa, all over European nation. It's all European nation. Look at that. Blasting. Look at the energy by both poles. And this was a long duration too. Long duration. Long duration. North Pole, South Pole. And like I said, this energy that is hitting the planet, my people, it goes through the North Pole, South Pole, into the core of the planet and up through the surface of the planet. This energy has to be released. What do you think gonna happen? What you think? It has to be released. Here we go right here, my people. I just want y'all to know something. Here's when they talk about the poles are going to flip. Here's the crossing of the planets right here. These are two planets. I do believe this is Mercury, and I do believe that this is Mercury, and I believe this is Venus, if I'm not mistaken. Look at that CME that came off the sun. Look at the blast. But these two planets, they are crossing the sun. And when they're crossing, this stands for a change this is a change. When these two planets are out of the image or are completely out of the picture, I would tell y'all to look for significant changes on this planet. Yeah, when these are crossing. One is crossing the sun that way, and the other one is crossing this way. When they switch positions, when these planets switch positions, and they're no longer in this graph where though you can see them here, because they didn't switch sides, I would tell you to look for significant increase in things or phenomenals to take place on the planet, whether it's false flags or weather phenomena, earthquakes, just tornadoes, mudslides, the whole nine. I would just tell you to look for that, my people. When these are no longer in NASA picture. When these two planets right here are no longer in NASA picture and they have completed, when these two are no longer visible and they have completed the cross and they are no longer in this imagery right here, that's why I would tell you, look for changes. Look for changes when these two are no longer in this visual and this image and they completed the cross. Abundance.
TV. I am not black.